Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are well, and yes, I'm back for another video, and today is no exception. I'm going to show you my DVDs in feature film and television, and this particular video is inspired by a fellow subscriber and an amazing YouTube in Bumpers Movies. So without further ado, start with a film my good friend Jim Jam Movies and TV, James Millership. Hope you're well, buddy. Picked this up when I met him in Merry Hill. It is Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, which has got also Toby Young and Jeff Goldblum, but Bryce Dallas Howard his father's the brilliant Ron Howard. There's a bit of comedy from Steve Carell, and it is the 40-year-old virgin. Really funny film this is. It's also got Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd, and I think her name is Jane Lynch. And I know a fellow YouTuber and Sammy G picked up the Blu-ray of this release a couple of weeks ago, but this is done in real life with Steve Carell. Also got Dane Cook and Emily Blunt. And of course, gotta have a bit of Dane Cook. This is Good Luck Chuck with Jessica Alba and Dan Fogler. But really funny film. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I think it got a bit of a flop when it came out in the cinema. Then on to a TV show I do remember watching when I was little, which is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and this is Volume 1. But Skeletor is voiced by the brilliant Alan Oppenheimer, and the guy who voiced He-Man recently just passed away, but a bit of nostalgic. And I do still like my WWE, and of course, gotta have the legendary, and this is a great Disney film, which is The Game Plan with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And a couple of Pirates of the Caribbean. This is Curse of the Black Pearl with Keira Knightley, Orlando Bloom, Johnny Depp and Jeffrey Rush. And Dead Man's Chest as well. Then I saw this off yesterday, which is Iron Man. And got a bit of the Simpsons film or Simpsons movie with Homer Simpson himself, which is voiced by Dan Castaneda, I think. Of course, Christmas with the Simpsons, with Homer Simpson strangling Bart. And there's some episodes as well. And a bit of Shrek with Michael Myers, or Mike Myers. And this is Shrek the Third. Shrek 2. There's the back. And of course, the original Shrek with Donkey, of course, voiced by Eddie Murphy, and the Princess Fiona, of course, voiced by Cameron Diaz. And I didn't show this off in my collection, but this is Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. Again, shout out to my good friend Evander over at Slayer Reviews. Huge Marvel fan, especially loves Spider-Man, but this film gets a lot of hate and I can understand why, but it's okay. And again, I showed this off yesterday, just Justice League versus Bizarro League. Of course, two classic films from the 80s, which is Ghostbusters 2 and Ghostbusters from 1984, I do believe. This is the last of the Dane Cook. He's got Jessica Simpson and Dax Shepard, I think his name is, but it's really funny film again. Shout out to my very good friend Hale over at Small Screen, Big Screen, who reviewed this at the time. But it's really funny film about setting Costco in the UK, but this is an American film. And speaking of comedy, gotta have a bit of Steve Coogan. And of course, this is his famous alter ego, Alan Partridge, appears for the first time in this show. Who remembers this from about 1992? But it's also got Christopher Morris, of course, who's infamous for Brass Eye. You got David Snyder, but this is a parody of like Newsnight and all these like BBC current affairs. And the last of, well, it's not the last, but this is Casino Royale with Daniel Craig from, I think it's 2006. Speaking of James Bond, my all-time favourite James Bond is Roger Moore, and this is his first James Bond film for 1973, I think, or 72, but it's the amazing Live and Let Die. And For Your Eyes Only, which I think Sheena Easton won the Best Original Song at that year's Oscars. It's also got Top Hole in this. But what a great James Bond film for the year I was born in 1981. And gotta have a bit of John Cena, and this is an amazing film. If you've never seen it, I recommend it. It's John Cena in, of course, his action mode with Robert Patrick, of course, at Terminator 2 in the Marine. And one of my least favourite actors is in this one, in Tom Cruise. I respect the guy, but he's a good actor. But what a great cast. This has got Kevin Nash in this, Catherine Zeta-Jones, I think. But yeah, it's brilliant film if you like the 80s rock music like Def Leppard, etc. Like hair metal. Definitely recommend this in its rock of ages. Of course, can't go wrong with an absolute classic from John Hughes, of course, from 1990. An absolute classic Christmas film in Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin, Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci. And from 1985 we have The Goonies, directed by Richard Donner. But what a great cast. And what an awesome film with of course, which is, I think it's Chunko or Sloth, one of the two, but what a brilliant film. In a film, I remember being young, being little, and renting this from the old VHS. And it's The Muppets Take Manhattan. But what a great sentimental film this is for me. Early appearance of the Muppet Babies, and again a big shout out to my good friend Kermit over at Kermit's Ghost, of course. The main man himself, Kermit. But what a great film. If you've never seen this, I'm not too sure if it's got an official Blu-ray, but you've got some great cameos in this one. And a bit of a superhero in Kick-Ass 2, which I showed off yesterday. And these automatically came in the Sun newspaper back in the day, but this is Heroes Skill Factor. and a bit of classic 70s comedy. In Open All Hours and Porridge. And you have John Thor in Inspector Morse. And this one you have Knight Rider and Miami Vice. And this is to do with the Man on the Moon from 1969. And I know my good friend James Millership, I think, picked up a DVD or some sort. This is The Secret Policeman's Ball. And back to the DVDs, we have for 1985 Cat's Eyes with James Woods and Drew Barrymore. And I know my good friend Jamie Powell, at the end of his last Out and About, or his soft vlog, he was talking about whether to pick these up, and it's Fee with Robert Englund, I believe, and this is the TV show. And of course, the original with original miniseries done by Kenneth Johnson, who gave us the Incredible Hulk in the 70s, I believe. And of course, the final battle with Michael Ironside included. A bit of classic Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Predator. Of course, from 1984, The Terminator. For 1985, Commando. And from, I think, 1992, we have Conan the Barbarian. Then we have Terminator 2 Judgment Day with Linda Hamilton, directed by John Carpenter, and also Edward Furlong. And I believe Guns N' Roses do You Could Be Mine on this song, which is my favourite of Use Your Illusion 2. Of course, They Live with Rowdy Roddy Piper, Keith David, and directed by John Carpenter. We have Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell, Kim Cattrall. But what a great film this is. Of course, we've got Highlander with Sean Connery himself, the original James Bond, Christopher Lambert, and Clancy Brown as Kurgan. Of course, Queen, heavy soundtrack in this one, Who Wants to Live Forever, being an absolute classic Queen song. It's a kind of magic. And last bit of Mike Myers, but he's It's got Dana Carvey on board, and it is Wayne's World with Rob Lowe as well. And brilliant sequel in Wayne's World 2. Of course, got a bit of Nicolas Cage in this one in Kick-Ass with Chloe Grace Moretz, Mark Strong, Christopher Mintz-Plasse and Aaron Johnson. Of course, I saw this off yesterday, and it's Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which is Secret Invasion. And Spider-Man Once Upon a Time, the Superheroes. And Marvel's animated feature, which is a 4-film collection. And a bit of classic from the 80s. This is season 1, but it's the A-Team with Mr. T himself. Of course, who's B.A. Baracus, but this one's got the first episode. It's not Turk Benedict, who is face, in my opinion. And an absolute classic comedy from, I believe it started in 1973 all the way to about 2010, but it's the last of the Summer Wine Christmas specials with the likes of Bill Owen, Dame Thora Hird, yeah, it's from like 1986 to 1990. It's got Peter Sallis in, Kathy Staff, Brian Wilde. It's a lot of 70s British comedy actors. And the last one, of course, is the Simpsons box, is the Simpsons collection. Yes, I've got this one, which isn't one of the best covers. This is season 9. The complete 5th season, with my favourite episode, the Homer's Barbershop Quartet, with a cameo by George Harrison, I do believe, of the Beatles. Of course, Simpsons Series 3. And the last DVD is Series 15 to the Season 15 with Otto Man on the front. But brilliant, but really good series, The Simpsons. So, anyhow, that's all of my DVDs. Like I always say, I will leave a link for some of the guys who I've mentioned. Give them a, don't forget to like, please, share and subscribe, and there will be some more videos coming up. So like I said, definitely give Bumper bumper subscriber. He's an amazing YouTuber. He likes his horror films. And he does the odd charity shop like my good friend James Millership over at Jim Jam Movies and TV. So yeah, like I say that. So I will leave a link in the description for the guys I've mentioned plus others. So anyhow, thank you for watching the channel, and I hope you have a great sunny day, and bye for now. Cheerio.